Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation's Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? As for we over here, we're doing perfectly alright. The Supreme Court case, talking about the petition of Peter Obi against Bola Tinibu of the APC and INEC, and also Atiku Abubakar against Bola Tinibu of the APC and INEC too, is upon us, and a date has been fixed. I would not like to waste much of your time. Of course, the judgment day is tomorrow, 26th day of October, 2023, and it has been certified from the Supreme Court that a judgment day has been placed. So, the Supreme Court are set to deliver judgment on Peter Obi and Atiku's petitions challenging President Tinibu's presidency, or election, let me say, election victory, on Thursday, as I said, 26th day of October, 2023, in Abuja, of course, the Supreme Court. Now, next, I'm going to give you sets of updates, then I'll bring the actual expose of the day, because recently I've been on exposés, because I have been stumbling on lots of dormant and forgotten and, let me say, unattended files of late, alright? So, there is a report actually that there are 3 judges or justices of the Supreme Court that are not actually bulging and running and flying to the demands of the elements in Tinibu's camp. They are not bowing down to the dollars or bags of money that is coming from Bola Tinibu and his camp. Neither are they trying to get compromised, okay? This is the report we are hearing, okay? And the truth remains that these 3 judges would, of course, make a very strong case, right? But there will need to be 4 of them for their own opinion to count in the decision making as regards the judgment, okay? They don't want to be the party to indulge in the subverting of justice in favor of Bola Tinibu or any other person that is not even in conformation with the constitution, all right? So that is that. Now, I want to bring up the plan of what the other 4 judges of the Supreme Court plan to do tomorrow. Okay, now the Supreme Court are actually having a very, very big plan to throw away Atiku's fresh evidence of Bola Tinubu's certificate forgery tomorrow. If everything goes as planned, as they have planned, if these other 3 justices that are said to, trying to work according to the Constitution, I'm going to avail their names in my next update. Yes, so please, this is what they are planning, and we have to look into this. It is our turn now to take back our country, all right? The Justice Inyangokoro-led Supreme Court's panel determining the presidential elections petitions have concluded plans to throw away Atiku Abubakar's fresh evidence from the deposition of officials of Chicago State University, where they disowned the certificate tendered by Bola Tinubu to run for the presidential elections. The Supreme Court panel will also, on technical reasons, dismiss other grounds of appeal by both Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi of the Labour Party and People's Democratic Party, respectively, and go further to affirm Bola Tinubu as duly elected. The panel had concluded conferencing on Monday and scheduled to deliver judgment November 2nd. But other panel members are suggesting that the judgment should be done earlier to try and beat the possible release of the FBI criminal files of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so they can avoid a public opinion that might affect the judgment. To that effect, the panel agreed to stage the judgment day to be on the 26th of October 2023. That is Thursday, tomorrow. Right. That brings us to the fact that the Supreme Court are actually making plans to see that Bola Tinubu is affirmed as duly elected. Only 4 members of the panel are trying to see to this. The other 3 members, which I'll be bringing their names later, are saying they must follow the Constitution or the Electoral Act. That is that on the update. And we'll see tomorrow if this judgment goes, of course, in same line with what I said this morning. That means, or today, that means their plans went as planned. All right, but if it doesn't work and if it doesn't seem as they planned, that means they would actually do the people's will, and that is what is going to make Nigeria the most happiest place if at all they can go that far. All right, that is that on that particular update. I have a press conference from a group from the APC family. They have called out the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, over an alleged involvement in anti-party activities which could hamper the victory of Honorable Nkiruka Onyejiocha at the Court of Appeal. The unknown group were, in a way, in support of Honorable Nkiruka Onyejiocha, who also doubles as the Minister for State for Labor and Employment. And they reiterated in their press conference from their coordinator that they were really disappointed in few respected APC politicians, including the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. This group are alleging that the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Benjamin Kalu, and other big APC whigs are trying to bring down Nkiruka Onyejiocha because they feel that her victory at the Court of Appeal over being a member representing Isikwato Umunnochi Federal Constituency would hamper their own political interests. Okay, let us watch this video, and then after that, more analysis.
As members of the APC family, we are ever ready to address issues that will strengthen our party and position it for national development. It has become an embarrassment that some leaders of APC engages in anti-party activities, openly castigating a committed party flag bearer who has given her all to ensure the victory of our party in the last general elections. The most recent is the sponsored campaign of calumny against Honorable Nkiruka Onyejiocha, who fly the party flag in Uswa Kwato Omuniuchi Federal Constituency of Abia State in the February 25th, 2023 general election and House of Assembly elections. She is presently the Honorable Minister of Labor and Employment, State, Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is no longer news that Honorable Nkiruka, who is our party flag bearer, was robbed of her victory by Labour Party in Abia State, where they deployed unethical means during the presidential and National Assembly elections against our party, the APC. Recall that some APC groups raised the alarm calling for restoration of her mandate, which she vigorously pursued at the tribunal, and by the grace of God, she won. Since her victory at the tribunal, which is the ultimate triumph of the APC in Abia State, some highly placed persons in the National Assembly have unleashed a campaign of calumny against her person using mushroom organizations to blackmail Honorable Nkiruka Onyejiocha and the APC in a bid to bully her to abandon her victory at the appeal court. We make bold to say that we have identified our own Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mr. Benjamin Kalu, who sees the victory of Honorable Minister as a political threat instead of blessing, as the sponsor, as he sponsor blackmail against Honorable Nkiruka Onyejiocha. Honorable Benjamin Kalu has become so desperate that he has resorted to using the name and office of the president, our amiable president, President Bola Ahmed Tinibu, to blackmail the honorable minister who is currently focused on her national assignment as the honorable minister of the Federal Republic. Kalu.
All right, the group there. Well, if you ask me, I would say The APC is supposed to come together and tell Nkiruka Onyejiọcha to step down. It is very simple as that. Please step down. It's either they follow the Electoral Act and work in conformation to that. If there is no form of replacement, or if there is no room or there is no provision for a sort of replacement according to the Electoral Act or the Nigerian Constitution, then the party that were runners up at the elections can actually step into their shoes. There must be a provision in the Electoral Act or the Constitution for this kind of situations. All right, she cannot be a minister and still be a House of Representatives member or a lawmaker. That makes it very, very ridiculous. All right. That is that on that particular update. I hope you enjoyed that. Next on my list of updates is the fact that the lawmakers have come up to probe the money spent on the maintenance of refineries. These lawmakers think that the turnaround maintenance of refineries over time is a good idea, but they want to probe the money spent by the NNPCL and then the BPE. Okay, and further in the plenary session at the House, these lawmakers also spoke about curbing flooding at a high level at Idemili local government area in Anambra State. And they also spoke about the recently recorded bank robbery, Tukpo local government area of Benue State that claimed lots of lives of security officers and Nigerian citizens too. Alike, this robbery was said to have taken part a few days ago, and 4 banks were said to have been affected by the robbery and the armed robbers. These banks were actually named as Zenith Bank, the United Bank of Africa, the Standard Bank, and all, and so on. Right. So I would allow you to watch this brief plenary session where these lawmakers were actually in deliberation, and we're trying to see 2 reasons why lots of money will be spent in refinery maintenance, yet no results, and other activities or other agenda or policies discussed during this plenary session. Please stay tuned.
The petroleum industry is in focus in the Senate during the first plenary session of the week. Specifically, the lawmakers are raising questions on the monies spent on the turnaround maintenance of the nation's refineries. This was the subject for debate, sponsored by Senator Sunday Steve, representing Kogi West, who revealed that over 11 trillion naira have been expended on maintenance.
The number of GMBs have come and gone. They always tell us by next month, by next quarter, by the end of this year, the refineries will work. This image, under the leadership, will bring justice to the people. By causing the forces behind it, NNPC, whoever they are, to account for how good exam they have paid out and why their promises are not being kept. If we can use our powers to someone to investigate and at the place of the findings, to encourage the executive to take the appropriate action.
How do you come up with operating costs on companies or projects that are moribund? That will be cause for question.
After an extensive debate on the matter, the Senate adopts the resolution.
Accepting progress on the ongoing works in all refineries in order to forestall waste and corruption, and interrogate the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, the MUPRC, NNPCL, BPE on the best approach to commercializing and or ensuring profitability of the state-owned refineries. Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Aye. Those against say nay.
The Senate also debated on the dredging of the River Benue and Nigeria's protracted plan to construct a dam.
From Anambra, the whole of Anambra, that area, that is Idemili axis and all the local governments in that place are completely submerged once there's major flood.
Next prayer, call on the National Emergency Management Authority, NEMA, to in consultation with the state governments, listen, urgently carry out comprehensive assessments of communities affected by flooding with a view to providing them with relief materials. Those in favor of the motion as moved by secondary say aye. Those against say nay.
In a matter of urgent public importance, Senator Abamoro, representing Benue South, raises a motion on the recent robbery attack in Otukpo, which claimed the lives of 4 security operatives. A minute's silence is thereby observed.
May their souls rest in perfect peace.
The Senate resolved that security agencies probe the circumstances leading to the October 20 attack.
All right, that was the plenary session there at the Senate House. Now, let's briefly look at this. Lots of, or billions of Nigerian naira have been released for the maintenance of the refineries, which will actually go further to curb permanently the issue of subsidy removal and introduction. Okay, if we have functional refineries, that means plus or minus we should be able to refine our oil by ourselves alongside other petroleum inclined activities that would actually go further to, you know, help in skyrocketing the interest in petroleum. When I say interest, I mean the profit in petroleum, and then the demand for it is inexhaustible, and then we will have to make sure by maintaining our refineries that we create a very, very large scale and degree of employment opportunities for graduates that have been dormant over time. Okay, and then we also see to it that the economy of Nigeria, especially talking about the oil and gas sector, grows to a high degree. This and many more benefits are one of the reasons why we feel, even those at the House of Senate feel, that the maintenance and the revitalization or rejuvenation of our refineries will go far to curb the corruption in fuel subsidy removal and introduction. These are the best ways. Don't make Nigerians suffer while you have other best policies to, you know, look into such political or such government inclined issues. Flooding at the Idemili area of Anambra State. Lots of intervention projects have come up, and none has been actualized. Okay, I hope this particular plenary session and others which will come after it, because I could see the deputy speaker of the Senate, you know, pass some policies. Okay, he actually the House members or the senators agreed unanimously on few policies. Okay, as you could see in that video. That means there are positive things that could come up if at all there will be an actualization of these policies. Okay, because we've seen over time that these lawmakers agreed to lots of policies, but little or nothing was done about it. All right, and then the recent armed robbery attack on 4 banks in Otukpo local government area of Benue State. That was a heinous activity to have taken place in the peripheral shores of Nigeria. Let me say something very straight here. Armed robbery, bank robbery to be very precise, is so bad and needs to be curbed by any means possible. Where the security operatives in other parts of the Otukpo area, if the police station was first attacked by these armed robbers, where other security outfits like the Nigerian army and other people that are part of the security outfits in Benue State, especially Otukpo. Because this particular robbery didn't take place in 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes. It took place for over an hour. All right. So why wouldn't security operatives be called from the closest villages, be it, or the closest towns, be it Makurdi, be it Otupa, any other place that is close to these places in Benue State? All right. There are lots of things to be seen. The National Security Advisor, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Nigerian Police Force Inspector General, and other security outfit officers who are service chiefs should be called out for this, because we can't be in this stage 2023 and still experience a very high rate of bank robbery that could actually take place for hours, where lives were compromised, property and other forms of livelihood. This is very, very bad. the security outfits and the security or the, let me say, the Ministry of Defense should be called out for this. We cannot have people in the capacity of people like Bello Matawale. I was complaining about his appointment then, and then nobody tended to hear what I was saying. People like Bello Matawale, who is the Minister of State for Defense, this is directly his own jurisdiction, all right? There is nothing he has said over time. So this is something heinous, and we cannot continue to have this as a sort of governance from this new regime that have already hijacked the Aso Rock. That is that. Let's hope the Supreme Court brings succor tomorrow, 26th day of October, 2023. Thank you so much for staying with us. See you next time. Bye.